Finally, we received confirmation of our guesses that the Russian mercenaries from the Wagner Group and other gentlemen of fortune, and part-time apprentices of Cook Putin, were released from Libya by agreement. Apparently, the last telephone conversation between Erdogan and Putin was just about the conditions of the retreat, and Erdogan gave this time, but as the course of events shows, this was the total time for the entire shock group, and not just that part of it that stood at Tarkhan's base. During the day there was information that the Haftars and Wagner were leaving not only from Tarkhan, but also from the south of Tripoli. There were too many of them. As of Monday evening, observers from Bani Walid have already counted 52 transport aviation flights, which were taken out mainly by the personnel of the group. Most of the equipment went in the direction of Al Jaffa, equidistant from the borders of Egypt, Sudan and Chad, along the highway, under its own power. It should be noted that the highway rests in this city, and then the desert, and there are no special roads further, and if the equipment goes on its own, it will be something like Paris-Dakar, but without prizes. If they decide to move in this way, then most likely this movement will be carried out in the direction of Sudan, where Wagner has a permanent base. But the main thing in all of this is this: as far as you can understand, the Wagners were given time to exit before the end of this day, May 25th. But as far as one can understand, the Turkish side did not expect that so many mercenaries would come out of the cracks that all the available vehicles simply did not have time to take out. According to the latest data, the evacuation period was extended until the end of the day on May 27th. Moreover, the withdrawal must end both from Tarhuna and from the sector south of Tripoli. That is, the entire group, in full force, will be evacuated. What else is interesting? The direction of evacuation. As you know, Haftar dug in the east of the country, and according to the logic of things, one would expect that the evacuation will be carried out in the direction of Tobruk or somewhere there, but nothing like that. All this army went in a completely different direction. Conclusions suggest themselves. And another point, already a purely psychological plan. Government forces are clearing the territory left by the Wagners and continue to find stores of weapons and ammunition and more. Apparently, the Russians were given the condition that they did not decide to arrange fireworks in the city. As a result, they threw mountains of weapons, but as it turned out, they were forced to accept the conditions, since they were rather densely hollowed in the south of Tripoli. This follows from the fact that the second corpse of a Wagner soldier was discovered. They tried to prevent this and took the corpses with them. If it didn't work out, it means they left in a hurry, or rather, they ran. But even in this situation, to lose vigilance is the last thing.